from the floor. 2 of 2 from downtown. 6 at the free throw line. Villanova 5 of 9. That's 56%. 3 of 5 from long distance and 4 of 6 at the charity stripe. Darren Hilliard is the only Wildcat in double figures. He's got 19. Bulldogs led by Kellen Dunham with 17 and Barlow with 16.
Well, the timing of Hilliard's shots, you can't understate how big they've been, Mark. He's been fantastic. Just an update, Andrew Stravitz did run and check in during that timeout. He's got his right hand wrapped up. It looks like it is. He's got the middle finger and ring finger taped together. So we'll see how much that'll affect him. But good to see Andrew back out there. Some more pressure here from the Wildcats as they Archidiakono back into the basketball game. So Hilliard, Hart, Archidiakono, Jenkins, and Oshefu.
More pressure being applied once Barlow makes the grab. Everybody retreats back. So Alex will bring it across midcourt. Into the B at the Butler logo, sets up the offense. Up top, it's Kellen Dunham. Archidiakono runs over to grab Kellen. Here's Keelan Martin now driving in and traps in the deuce.
And we just kind of slice through the middle of the paint from the left side towards the front of the rim. A nice touch to finish that play. The Dogs much better finishing around the goal here in this second half, Mark.
11:07 left in this game. Butler 46, Villanova 44. Hilliard again. Oh.
I mean, those are not easy shots either. Now, he times it perfectly as the hedge man's retreating, and he sets up and buries it. That's his 6th. He's got 22.
Hilliard's career high is 26 points.
And he is locked in, and he's been that way from the very start, Mark.
Barlow up top. Jenkins on a hedge. Keelan Martin now over to Kellen Dunham. Dunham right on the three-point arc and buries a 1-2.
Finger on the line, but there's another guy who seems very locked in offensively in Kellen Dunham here in this second half, Mark.
Rose Jones comes over to the scorer's table to check in. Hilliard, he's got the hot hand. He cannot miss, folks. Another three-pointer.
You got to guard him. You cannot let him get any kind of looks. My goodness.
Hilliard's got 25 points. Under 10 minutes to play.
Got half of their points.
Barlow looking for Dunham. Bulldogs looking for an answer. Dunham's got 19. Kellen fading away, and he traveled. He absolutely did. He got caught up.
Yeah. He just hesitated. That little hesitation, he slid that right foot. That was a good call. He's going to get a breather now. Rose Jones will come back in. But right now, you've got to guard 4. Number 4 in blue is absolutely
Let's go!
Villanova, 2-point lead, 50-48, 9:47 left. And was there a clock violation there? What was the right?
It was a clock issue.
And so Jeffrey Anderson is going to go over and look at the monitor. No, he may not look at the monitor. He's just going to dictate.
The shot clock started. The game clock did not. So if there's 33 on the shot clock, there should be 9:44, I believe, on the game clock.
And that is the case. Bulldogs will get reset.
Go, go, Dogs!
Butler 48, 9 minutes and 44 seconds left in this game. Jeffrey Anderson lets Jim Burr know what's going on, and it'll be Villanova basketball. The inbound, timeline right side in the forecourt. They're moving right to left. Archidiakono makes the grab in the backcourt, brings it forward. Archidiakono defended by Rose Jones. A bounce pass to Chris Jenkins out on the perimeter right side. Defended by Cameron Woods. Tries to spin. A handoff for Hilliard. Woods is on Darren Hilliard now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Pass is out of the hands of Javon Pinkston on the baseline. Butler ball.
That wasn't intended for Pinkston. It was a pass that was intended for Dylan Ennis in the corner. And Pinkston stuck his hands up and tried to grab it, and that caused the turnover. 1-2-2. Three-quarter court pressure. You got to get the ball to the back.
Barlow will bring it forward.
Just barely got over the timeline.
No call. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 9:09 left in this game. Butler trails by 2. Keelan Martin between the legs on Hilliard. Throws the foul and tried to bank it in. He's got 2 shots coming.
Can't even hear a whistle. I wasn't sure if there was a foul call. This is when you've got to watch the officials' mechanics. Jim Burr raised that left arm. Got the call for Keelan. Keelan will have 2 shots here now. 9:02 to play, an opportunity to tie it up at 50.
Jim Burr with a quiet whistle. Keelan Martin hits the free throw, and it is loud inside Hinkle Fieldhouse. I'm sure you can sense a little bit of that through the crowd noise. The fans have been pumped since the get-go. Martin, another free throw opportunity. Ball's in the air. Hits off the back of the rim, and so it is a Villanova 1-point lead. Josh Hart will come in and check in for the Wildcats. Dylan Ennis has the basketball left wing, defended by Keelan Martin. Shovels it over to Hilliard. Barlow tried to go for the steal. Hilliard pushes it to Ennis, left open for 3. That is pure from Dylan Ennis. 4-point Villanova lead. 8:38 left in this game.
You've got to load up on Ennis, and because of that, that brings the help in, the spacing once again, and load up on Hilliard, I should say.
Martin baseline over to Barlow. Ennis is chasing Barlow all over. Barlow looks back to Travis. Now it's Rose Jones out on that right wing. Travis still looks timid with that bandage on his right hand and shooting hand. March's blocking foul is called against the Wildcats with 7 on the shot clock. He's going to the line again.
Oh, is he explosive or what, Mark? On that left wing, just one dribble and boom, he was right at the hoop. He was able to slide by Hilliard, so it wasn't a charging foul. And Keelan will go right back to the line.
And Darren Hilliard, 8 of 13 from the field, 7 of 10 from long distance. He's got 25 points.
He's got 7 rebounds. He's got 2 assists as well. Let's see here. He may have 3 as these stats are updated. I think we'll probably get credit for that other one. I've been impressed with Darren Hilliard. I was impressed after the first meeting last year, seeing him live. He's just so solid. Seems to make the right play every time, and when he's knocking down shots at the level he is tonight, it's a very tough cover.
Martin hits them both. 2-point game.
Got to get stops. Well, it was all defense in the first half, and now the offensive prowess of both teams has come alive here in the second half.
8 minutes left. Villanova 53, Butler 51. Pinkston one-on-one with Travis. Flung it up with the right hand.
That is just tough. That's what he does, though. He spun right into
Go, Butler!
Get it to that
Go, Butler!
We had to spin all the way around to square up, and he was still able to do it.
Roosevelt Jones puts the pedal down and gets a blocking foul called against the Cats. It'll go against Dylan Ennis.
He'll do the 17th foul in the league, too. So.
It will. 7:42 showing on the counterpipe painting scoreboard. Villanova 55, Butler 51. We'll step aside, be back with you on the Butler Basketball Radio Network.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. It's so explosively effervescent. It's like a the block party with bubbly deliciousness. Pepsi Wild Cherry.
Pepsi Wild Cherry is so explosively refreshing. It's like,
oh, the cherry thing is dynamite, detonating your taste buds one by one.
Pepsi Wild Cherry is so explosively lip-smacking. It's like,
oh yeah, well it's kind of like a cherry fireworks display, bursting with flavor and making people's mouths go, oh, ah!
Pepsi Wild Cherry is so explosively poplicious. It's like,
wild water park ride plunging you into pure, uncontrollable curiosity.
Pepsi Wild Cherry.
It's so cherry.
So cherry. It's explosively cherry.
Life's all about choices. Aisle or window, paper or plastic, soup or salad. And now you've got choices when it comes to the perfect cable package for you. Introducing Price Slider from Bright House Networks. You can slide to find the perfect blend of TV, internet, and extras. We've got packages that fit every budget and lifestyle. How's that for some choices? Visit brighthouse.com/slider today and start sliding. Bright House Networks. It's what friends do.
Broadcasting the Butler way. Now, back to Bulldogs basketball on 1070 The Fan.
Our under 8 media timeout has passed. 7:42 left on the scoreboard. Villanova 55, Butler 51. If you're just joining us, Bulldogs trailed by 5 at the half and up taking the lead. Villanova just won't go away. And one man in particular leading that charge, Darren Hill.
Let's go, Dogs! Let's go, Dogs! Let's go, Dogs!
Bulldogs ranked 18th in the country. Villanova ranked 6th in the country. And this Villanova team has been defined by balance. 5 players averaging between 9.1 and 10.4 points per game. The one guy above that is Darren Hilliard at 13.4 per game. And he has been all offense today for Villanova. For the Bulldogs, 3 players in double figures. Kellen Dunham with 19, Barlow is 16, and Keelan Martin off the bench. Explosive, 12 minutes, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the floor.
A huge minute. We talked about how there had to be a third guy as a threat offensively, and Andrew Travis has kind of established that. He's only got 4, but then he hurts that shooting hand. He's got it heavily wrapped, so you're not sure how he's going to be able to be effective with the basketball in his hands. So Keelan Martin has been a nice boost. Rose Jones will have 2. Rose looking for his first points of the game, just 0 of 8 from the field.
He's going to get it.
Just see it roll through. He's had so many right around the hoop that we've seen him make countless times this season and throughout his career. Maybe this is what gets him going a little bit on the offensive end.
And that one looked real good. All net on that free throw from Jones, and Bulldogs within 2. Keelan Martin checks out. Dunham in 55-53. Villanova leads 7:42 left.
Well, and right now, Hilliard's getting a breather. So it's Booth, Ennis, Hart, Jenkins, and Pinkston. Neither Hilliard nor Archie Diacono out on the floor.
Booth lobs it over for Pinkston at the arc on the left side. Cross-court pass. Booth shuffles it off down to the right side. Hart was closed out there by Jones.
Well, that was one of those few times that Nova had poor spacing in their offensive alignment.
12 on the shot clock. Ennis kick out to Booth. Hop step from the high post, short, and a foul is called.
They get Kellen Dunham from behind there.
That is exactly what happened.
The Dogs really covered well, but that's what you want to do, Mark. If you're going to, you've got to pick your poison at times. If you had your druthers, you'd want to force them to take contested 2-point shots after you force them off that 3-point arc. That's what the Dogs did. Just Kellen Dunham got a little too much contact with that shooting shoulder from Booth. Booth rattles in the first one. We'll see Hilliard re-enter as well as Ochefu. Hilliard will wait. He will substitute for Booth at the line.
7:15 left in this game. Villanova leads by 3. Booth spins the basketball, the freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland. It's like 5 minutes in the last game. He missed that free throw.
Well, and a great block out there by Rose Jones allowed that basketball to actually hit the middle of the paint before anybody grabbed it, and Cam Woods came away with it.
Bulldogs trail by 3. Rose Jones, be at the Butler logo, over to Barlow. They shuffle it around to Stravis. Now Stravis tries to take Pinkston on a drive, and a foul called in the paint. Pinkston turns around and says, "What did I do?" The Bulldogs will be at the 1-1. 18 fouls on Villanova here in the second half. Phil Booth will grab a seat. That is 3 on Javon Pinkston.
We'll see how Andrew Stravis feels with that wrap. This will be his first attempt after injuring that right ring finger.
Travis' free throw is good. It looked good, Nick.
They all look good when they go through, right?
Yeah, it was the end result.
He did look comfortable, though, Mark. You're right. He
gets them both.
Big shot.
1-point game again. No breathing room in this contest. A Big East battle. 6:47 left.
Well, this has been when Hilliard has answered. They've gone to Pinkston a lot as they do here, Mark.
Pinkston around Woods. He draws the foul. Pinkston's got 2 shots coming.
He throws himself. He wheels to shoot. And then he just kind of throws his left shoulder into the shot blocking defender in Cameron Woods. And that's how he's able to draw those whistles. He's a heady player. Anytime you're able to be a big-time scorer and a big-time player. He's listed at 6'7".
Let's go, Doug!
He's 6'5".
Let's go, Doug!
But he's a bruiser.
Pinkston hits the first free throw, a 2-point Villanova lead. It's the first foul on Cameron Woods.
He and Pinkston and Hilliard are basically the same height. So they have very, very different games. Archie Diacono will return. He'll come in for somebody. There it is. Finally, Javon Pinkston gets to that end.
Trying to hide. Maybe somebody else would come out first.
Yeah, nobody came out for a while there.
Barlow brings it forward. 5 starters on the floor for the Bulldogs. 6:28 left in this game.
Let's go!
Dunham to the right side. He gets doubles going baseline. Cross-court pass is up top now to Barlow. 50 on the shot clock. Barlow, floater from the free throw line. Missed it off the rim. Rebound Ocheku. Villanova chance to make this a 2-possession game. Hilliard crossover from the high post. Kick out. Now it's Ennis driving inside. Dumps it off. Underneath. Hilliard couldn't get a shot off. Dunham closing out on Ennis. Now it's Ocheku on the low block. Ocheku does not want to score the basketball. Over to Hilliard. Right corner 3. No, he missed it. Wood hugs the rebound.
We missed one.
A rarity these days. Jones to the free throw line. Hesitates up against Hunt. There's the bucket.
There it is. Couldn't have come at a better time either. You get the stop. You get Rose Jones' first field goal. And you get the crowd on their feet, Mark.
Crowd has enjoyed staying elevated today. Hilliard inside look to Ocheku. Beats one defender in Kellen Dunham and goes off the glass.
Just late. KD was late rotating over there. You've got to disallow that pass and invite them to throw it to the wing and then close out. As we said, that time he got caught leaking out a little bit, and that's what the shooting prowess of the Cats can do. 5
minutes left. Butler trails by 3, 60-57. Barlow thought about a 3. Takes 2 steps inside the arc, pulls it back. Hand off from Woods. Almost taken away by Ennis. Barlow goes to the deck. Travis, left hand, goes in!
Boy, finished right through Josh Hart. He didn't waste any time either, Mark. That's what I love. Andrew Travis caught it, turned to that left hand, and finished right away before the defense could react.
Travis playing with a bandage over his right hand after falling, trying to secure a loose ball, jammed his ring finger on his right hand. And now he is playing some Bulldog tough basketball here in the second half. Right now, Butler trails by 1, a 30-second timeout on the floor called by the Bulldogs. They've got 2 timeouts left. Villanova has 3. 4:47 left in this game. And this is everything we could have possibly thought it was going to be, Nick.
So far, so good. You're right. It's been both teams fighting extremely hard. I would say it's been a well-officiated game as well. Look, there's going to be calls you feel should go your way, but that's basketball. Physical. And look, frankly, Aaron Hilliard has been fantastic.
Yep.
Javon Pinkston has been that second guy that Jay Wright has gone to a little bit more here in the second half. So that's the balance that they've had. He's now in double figures with 10. But Aaron Hilliard, who made, I think he might have made 5 straight of his 3-point attempts there for the middle part of this game. Finally missed that last one in the corner, and the Dogs were able to grab a rebound.
Villanova with the possession. We are back in play. 4:45 left in this game. 5 starters still on the floor for the Bulldogs. Archie Diacono controls the basketball for Villanova. Right to left, wearing the road blue uniforms. Inside look to Pinkston. Mid-post right side. Up against Travis. Botting up, trying to sneak around, and he does. 3-point game.
That's just too easy there. Again, it's hard to crowd. You almost put your post player on an island because of the way Villanova can shoot the threes. You can't help down much off of those perimeter guys, Mark. Makes it very tough to defend a guy like Pinkston.
Jones tries to move left side baseline. Back out. Dunham, 3 in the air. No, it is off the rim a couple of times, and a foul is called. Woods slow to get up. He got ripped down. With a 3-pointer from Dunham, it hit on the front part of the iron, bounced right up in the air vertically, and just fell off.
You can see First of all, great effort by Cam Woods to draw that foul and get these free throw opportunities. But Jay Wright just called Josh Hart over and said, you can hear him saying, never leave him, talking about Kellen Dunham. Even though the ball's on that weak side, he's gotten some looks by sprinting along that arc.
Woods missed the front end of the 1-and-1, so Villanova has control of the three-point lead, 62-59. 4 minutes left. Next whistle is our final media timeout.
The Dogs do show zone here, first time. And this is where you can really get spread out, and it'll be, you've got to find shooters.
Hilliard for three, no, in and out. Rebound momentarily by Jenkins, but then Woods scooped it up.
Yeah.
It's going to be Butler basketball.
Yeah, that's the right call. Woods scooped it up after two Cats had it. So if it was out of bounds, it was last touch by Villanova Wildcat prior to Cameron grabbing it. So it'll be Butler ball coming out of the under 4 media timeout. We've got the finish coming up. It's going to be a good one, Mark.
Fasten your seatbelts, folks. 3:44 showing on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Villanova 62, Butler 59. How lovely. Valentine's Day at Hinkle Fieldhouse, a sellout crowd, and a terrific three-point basketball game on the Butler Basketball Radio Network.
Reaching higher, exploring deeper.
Go
Go beyond boundaries in order to improve lives and save lives. Doing this through innovative procedures for the heart, advanced technology, and revolutionary thinking. When you believe nothing is impossible, that's when you make it possible. Because what others said couldn't be done, we're doing. St. Vincent Heart Center, close to home, second to none.
This is Susan Kuser, Senior Vice President at PNC Business Banking, here to help you achieve more with today's small business tip. Planning for the long term is all about looking at lots of short-term data. If you can track how your cash flow is doing month to month, you'll be better prepared for what's next. Learn how our new suite of online tools, Cash Flow Insight, can help you stay on top of your business's cash flow at pnc.com/cashflowinsight. PNC for the achiever in you. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lots of people choose Ford F-Series trucks to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away for the weekend. And Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty are the trucks that help you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. Because when you need to run around all day, a run-of-the-mill truck just won't do. Visit your local Ford store now to save big on America's best-selling trucks. Or check out special offers at Ford.com. Broadcasting the Butler way. Now, back to Bulldogs basketball on 1070 The Fan.
44 left, our final media timeout. Villanova 62, Butler 59. Two top 25 teams. 18th ranked Butler Bulldogs and the 6th ranked Villanova Wildcats. Both teams trying to extend to a six-game winning streak, which would be the longest in the conference. Of active streaks, it's a sellout, a whiteout. Bulldogs 1 game out of first place. If they can win today, they would tie Villanova in a very competitive Big East. Villanova, on the other hand, if they can win, that would be big for them in terms of controlling the regular season title.
They certainly would. They'd have a sweep over the Bulldogs. Dogs would still be alone in second place. So Georgetown's actually 8-5 in the league. So there's still a buffer there in the loss column, but obviously a matchup with Georgetown later this season.
Let's go, Butler!
5 starters, excuse me, not the starters. Ennis is out, Hart is in. So the 4 starters in Hart and the 5 starters for the Dogs is final 340.
Here we go, folks. Alex Barlow brings it into the forecourt, left to right for the Bulldogs in the home white uniforms. Barlow finds Woods at the top of the key, moves it over to Jones on the right side of the perimeter. They're looking for Dunham. Hilliard over there. A lob for Woods. He went up to make the grab and got fouled. He couldn't convert. Woods is down on the baseline, and he is slow to get up. He does get up. That left leg of his he was wincing momentarily.
A nice design.
Yeah!
Just kind of standing away there, but that was a foul. That was great design coming out of the timeout. Cam Woods missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier. These are huge free throws.
listen to Audible, I'm not riding the L train during rush hour. I'm hunting whales with the crew of the Pequod. I can feel the cold air on my face and the icy spray of the Atlantic crashing against the bow. The smell of rotting blubber fills my nostrils. There she blows by! Dead ahead! It's the white whale! This is my stop. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry.
Audible. Stories that surround you. More than 180,000 audio titles, and your first download is free at audible.com. Click to start.
Barlow, 3! Oh, baby! The Bulldogs have the lead! Big time bucket! Alex Barlow! Hinkle elevates 63-62 in a 30-second timeout called by Villanova.
Early offense, Mark. We said it in the pregame. We said it throughout the game. If you can beat that Villanova defense up the floor, it doesn't have to be necessarily what you would call fast break points or transition. But if you're able to push it up the floor, that defense will sink down low, and then there's shooters walking into shots. Exactly what we saw there from Alex Barlow. And how about that young man's night? 19 points. He's made 4 3-pointers, has Alex Barlow.
That ties a career high with 19 points for Alex Barlow. It is now his official season high. His previous was 17. Over a 5-game streak coming into this game, Alex Barlow was averaging 11 points, 5.4 rebounds, almost 6 assists, 2 steals, and shooting 56% from the field. And what a game Alex Barlow and Kellen Zom have had for the Bulldogs, Nick.
Well, I would expect, you're absolutely right, first of all, they've been superb. I would expect Javon Pinkston on the block. He's been, next to Hilliard, he's been the other guy that's really gotten going, and the Dogs have struggled to guard.
Hart. They move it around. Jenkins now has it for Hilliard. Up at the top of the key. Travis hedges out. Hilliard one-on-one with Barlow. Picks up his dribble. Now it's Archie Diacono left wing. Up against Rose Jones. Spinning around. A post feed now for Pinkston. Pinkston and Travis. And a block! Travis took it away from Pinkston. The Bulldogs at the right side of the floor. Closing in on 2 minutes, a 1-point lead. Alex Barlow controls up at the top of the circles. Roosevelt Jones at the free throw line, going to work. He's blocked the other way.
Let's go, Butler!
Right side to the high post. Floater short. Hart rebound. Bulldogs a couple of opportunities. $1:47 left in this game. Villanova controls. They trail by 1, 63-62.
2 timeouts apiece for both clubs here. Both teams are in the bonus. The Dogs are actually in the double bonus.
And a timeout called by Jay Wright. He will have 1 remaining. We have 90 seconds left in this ball game. Butler has 2 timeouts left. Bulldogs lead 63-62 over the Cats.
Well, one thing the Dogs have done a good job of adjusting on is they've started to switch some of those pin-down screens. You see Hilliard coming wide. The Dogs were just trailing, which is what, that's how they defend normally. But now late in the game, they've switched that screen, and especially with Jenkins setting it, that takes away some of the action that Villanova is looking on. They're looking at hedging, going back to an attack, and when the Dogs switch that takes away that advantage they have. And that's why you saw Jay Wright take a timeout. But once again, I would expect Travis did a good job defending Pinkston in the previous set. Jay Wright and the Cats are going to go right back to that well and see if Javon Pinkston can deliver.
5 starters getting a bulk of the minutes down the stretch as they have all season long. 13 on the shot clock, 90 seconds left in this game. Butler 63, Villanova 62.
Well, no, they're going to go quick. So if they are going into the post, it might be right off this inbounds pass, Mark. All 3 players are raised up above the 3-point arc. Pinkston's the only one down near the block.
Hilliard has it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shaking and baking, draws the 3-point foul opportunity. Alex Barlow got caught up in the air. Hilliard was way short on the attempt, but just wanted to get Barlow caught up. Barlow looks down at the ground. He is muttering some stuff to himself, none too pleased. So Villanova, who trails currently by 1, they're going to check the replay monitor.
Make
right
sure
now.
it was a 3, I believe, is what they're double checking. But
at first glance, it looked like it was.
It sure did. But when he stepped through, he might have gone over the line. So that's what they're going to make sure of it. It's the first time we've seen the dog. You know, this is a team in Villanova. They shot fake 8 times. They confirmed it is indeed a 3. So Hilliard will step to the line. 2 of 2 there thus far tonight. Wildcats 7 of 10 overall from the charity stripe. The Bulldogs 16 of 19.
Let's win this!
It's a 1-point game. Butler leads. 1 minute, 24 seconds left. It's a battle atop the Big East. Bulldogs a game behind Villanova, who stands in first place in the conference. Butler will have 6 games remaining after this. Hilliard, lefty, free throw, good.
I'd be shocked if you missed any of these, Mark. This guy is just a cool customer. Plays well, plays almost his best under pressure situations. And he's been dialed in offensively tonight.
Tied up. Hilliard, he's got a career high. 27 points for the senior out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Darren Hilliard.
And there's the defensive substitution that takes Jenkins out. Ochefu back into the game for the Villanova Wildcats. Final attempt here for Darren Hilliard.
Yeah. Beat them!
3 straight free throws.
Beat
With a 2-point
them!
Villanova lead. 80 seconds left. Barlow brings it forward, defended by Archie Diacono. Up top to Dunham. Dunham, a bounce pass over to Jones. Jones patiently waiting for Dunham to break free. Bounce pass, Travis underneath, it just slipped off the rim. Barlow, another 3, it's short. And the rebound is a defensive style to Ochefu.
We got to play for a stop here now. Boy, Alex he just rushed that a little bit, I thought, Mark. You could tell it was short. Gotta have a stop here.
47 seconds left, and Jay Wright will burn his final timeout, and that will move to a full timeout. So allow us to reset the table for you if you're just tuning in. There's 46.3 left in this game, 22 on the shot clock. Butler trails right now by 2, 65-63. Villanova has the basketball. The Wildcats, 6th ranked team in the country, 22-2 this season. They're 5-2 away from Philly. Bulldogs ranked 18th in the country, picked to finish 7th. In the preseason Big East Bowl, they are 2nd, just a game out of first place, 12-1 inside Hinkle Fieldhouse this season. Both teams going for their 6th straight win, and Butler looking for its 5th top 25 victory of the season. And Nick, for the Bulldogs, he said they need a stop. Darren Hilliard's been the man so far, but they've used Javon Pinkston as well.
Hilliard and Pinkston. Those have been the 2 aggressors on the offensive end. And you would expect the same. That's the thing going over. They just do what they do. They're not going to do anything out of the ordinary. They don't run extremely complex stuff. They just understand how to play off of one another so nicely. And they just all sound players. You've got to be, obviously you kind of load up for those 2 guys if they do something, but you've got to be ready to close out because anybody out on the floor can make a play for them. Jenkins has come back in for Ochefu, so the better offensive lineup, the best offensive lineup Jay Rock can go with in this basketball game is out there.
Bulldogs finishing off a stretch of 5 out of 6 games at home. They will head out on the road to Creighton Monday evening. Leave tomorrow out in Omaha, 9 p.m. tip. And right now, there's 46.3 seconds left in this game between the 2 best teams in the Big East. Villanova 65, Butler 63. Archie Diacono receives the pass in the backcourt, right to left. The Wildcats. Here is time winds down. Shot clock at 14. Chris Jenkins with the basketball at the Butler logo. Darren Hilliard receives it now. Barlow defensively on him. Top of the key between the legs. Ball's loose. 4 seconds left. Yeah. And it's going to be a turnover. With 3 on the shot clock. A huge play.
He just lost it, but once he lost it and then went to pick it up again, he no longer has a live dribble. Great call there by Evan Burrows. Jeffrey Anderson. 27-7 left. The Dogs do have 2 timeouts, Mark.
Shot clock turned off. Alex Barlow over to Rose Jones on the right side. Jones driving against Ochefu. It goes in!
Boy, went into the body nicely. No timeouts for the Cats. They got to play it out.
Tied up at 65. 12 seconds left. Everybody on their feet. Hilliard with the basketball. 7 seconds left. Ball's bobbled. Archie Diacono back to Hilliard for 3. Oh! With 1.2 left, Hilliard. Another 3. He has been deadly today. Talk about deflating. Darren Hilliard with 1.2 seconds left in this game now has 31 points. His 8th three-pointer.
How about the boys, though, Mark? And that's what stands out to this team. You know, we're under 3 seconds left. Archie Diacono kind of fumbles the basketball. Both Butler players kind of sold out to him, and that left Hilliard wide open on the wing. So you've got 1.2 right now. The officials are reviewing it to make sure that is indeed the amount of time after the ball went through the hoop. You've got to go the length of the floor. Then you're down 3, Mark, so you need a 3-pointer. My goodness, Darren Hilliard. This is as good of a performance as I've ever seen of a visiting player coming in Hinkle Field. It's not just the sheer numbers, Mark, it's the timing that he's made in track.
1.5 will go back on the clock. They had 3/10 from what was previously put on the clock. Villanova leads 68-65. And of course, this is a last-second shot. That's just the way this game's been going. And the Bulldogs have to drop a play. We've seen a lot of times they go for the big inbound pass to the free throw line. Austin Etherington usually comes in and does that.
You can't expect a pass after the inbounder. So whoever catches that pass, they're likely going to have to be the one shooting the basketball. Austin Etherington into the game. He's the designated inbounder. This is also the first time we've seen Daryl Reynolds for the Villanova Wildcats. He'll be defending Austin Etherington on the inbound.
Etherington, the inbounder, 1.5 left. Reynolds will defend, as Nick said. Bulldogs have 3 in the backcourt. Barlow, Donovan Martin, Jones in the forecourt at the free throw line. Jim Burr asking everybody to back up, including the photographers that are plenty away from where Austin is, but he can run the baseline. 3-point Villanova lead. Etherington over to the right side, fires it a pass to Jones, catches, back to Martin, 3 in the air. Oh, my!
What a great play to get that look, but boy, a heartbreaker here. What a game.
Terrific play. Etherington right on the money to Jones, back to Martin, left open. And Villanova, 6 straight victories. Well, they're the number 6 team in the country for a reason, and they've just capped off one of the toughest weeks in the Big East. A win Wednesday at Providence, and in front of a sellout crowd, a 3-point victory, 68-65, over the Butler Bulldogs. Central Indiana Ford postgame show coming your way next on the Butler Basketball Radio Network.